Hey folks, my name's Mike Henry and I'm actually on staff at Central. And my question for today for our reflection was, how do I stay connected with Jesus while still being salt and light in the world around us? And I think sometimes we paint a false dichotomy. We have a fake separation between this idea of being connected to Jesus and being salt and light in the world. And here's the way I like to think about it. In John 10, Jesus talks about being the good shepherd. In fact, one of my all-time favorite verses in the Bible is John 10:10, where Jesus says, "The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, but I have come that they may have life and have it to the fullest." Because when I look at life, that's what I want. That's what I want for my family. That's what I want for my friends. That's what I want for my congregation. I want all of us to be able to experience life and experience it to the fullest. That means a life full of adventure, a life of satisfaction, a life of challenge, but a life of endurance and a life of perseverance and a rich, full life that gives us that meaning we so desperately seek. Now, I want to contrast that real quick. Let's put a pause in John 10 and go over to Matthew chapter 9, because when we think about that idea of being salt and light in the world, what does that look like? Well, in John 9, verse 36, Jesus says he looks out on the crowds and he has compassion on them, for they are harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. You see, in John 10, Jesus paints us this picture where the sheep know the voice of their shepherd, the good shepherd. And it's the good shepherd that's going to lay down his life for his sheep. And, in John 10:10, to give us that abundant life. But Jesus looks out on the world and he doesn't feel anger. He doesn't feel rage on these crowds of people who aren't following him. He feels compassion. Because they are people, they are sheep who are harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. So my challenge to you, my challenge to myself that I have to push myself towards every day is, do I know the voice of my shepherd? Do I know the voice of my shepherd so well that I can separate it from all the other voices in my life, trying to call me in different directions and pull me away from Jesus? Do I know the voice of my shepherd? Am I spending enough time in God's word? Am I meditating on it so richly that when I go about my day and I see something in the news, or I hear something someone says, or I read an article, I know that's not the voice of Jesus? Or can I read them and say, boy, that sounds a lot like the voice of Jesus? And when it comes to being salt and light, do I look at the people around me? Do I feel that compassion? Do I feel that hope for them? That they need to hear the voice of the Good Shepherd? Do I know it well enough to share it with them? So I want to challenge you with those two things today. Know the voice of the Good Shepherd and be one who can share that voice so well with those who are harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd, and lead them to that abundant life. Thank you very much.